Welcome everybody to a World of Warships Blitz game in the Tier 7 French battleship Lyon. Now you'll be getting a few Lyon and Algerie videos, potentially, because I'm trying to grind these to Tier 8. You may not get too many, of course, because, yeah, well, I'm not really enjoying the ships as much as some other ships, and the results speak for themselves. So here we are on the encounter map with, well, this rather slow ship, going at half speed, going to try and provide a bit of defence for the cap here, because we have a fairly large contingent of lighter ships, and those ships tend to like to go around the flanks. And the Lyon in the middle of the encounter map isn't really useful for much if all the business is happening at one end or the other. So, here we go. A quick view of the lineup there, which, yeah. Anyway, we've got HE loaded because we're assuming the first thing that we're going to come across is something lightweight. And it is, it's the Leander, so it would have been nice to have AP loaded, but you never can tell. But it's nice to get a long range shot in at something. And we're going to take on this cruiser, dropping our shells and getting a good half the battery hitting, which is nice. Getting a fire started, get him to use some of his consumables at the start of the match. See if we can get another salvo off before he gets into cover. He's still travelling in a straight line. There we go. I'm reversing into a defensive position. And 6 hits, no fires, but still 10,000 points worth of damage. First couple of salvos at long range and the rather inaccurately on is not too bad. So yeah, so I have had a few good games in the ship. My initial assessment of it remains that if it's your thing, that's great, and if your thing is lots of guns, that's great, but it just feels pretty sluggish. So it's faster than the Colorado at Tier 7, but it just doesn't feel, its acceleration, so its top speed isn't too bad, especially with that engine boost, but it takes an incredibly long time to get there, and as a result it feels particularly unagile. The turning isn't great. I mean, it is a battleship, but it feels a little bit like a floating target. There we go, get some AP out. 10 hits. So the shells don't do a lot of damage because they are small caliber compared to other battleships at this tier, but there's an awful lot of them. Of course, the dispersion makes that a bit of a problem, but close range against a destroyer, for example, in HE, this has every opportunity to do a reasonably good smackdown. Now, unfortunately, I've got AP loaded, but still, we could, oh no, there we go, secondaries and primaries. Yeah, we have AP loaded, but even a full load of AP backed up with some secondaries at that range is still, yeah, produces a fairly satisfactory result. We'll take one of these torpedoes on the stern, which is, yep, oh well, should have changed to HE. What we'll do here is just try and knock his health back. The lower the health, the more distance the destroyers stick to. So a full health destroyer is far more dangerous than a low health destroyer, simply because the low health destroyer will try and torpedo from a distance. He's fired his torpedoes, 2 sets, and they run up short. Here's this battleship hiding in the smoke, well, on the other side of the smoke. And we give ourselves a fair few hits on that. So we're racking up the damage quite nicely. Yeah, New Mexico, he's turning away. He's actually got a fairly good health bar, and he's got, well, his guns aren't as strong as the Colorado, but the armour on the Lyon is weak, so really he's more than a match. And here we have, well, there we had the Dallas, my next target. Had I had the guns loaded, he was putting on a nice broadside. And we're starting to get our numbers up against the enemy here. So I am quite useful at the bottom end of the map, because as they come down to approach, we can fend them off. Meanwhile, the cap falls to our destroyer, which is makes for a very quick game. So yeah, the Lyon is not a great sniper, but those guns, yeah, against single targets or targets of opportunity, if you're not targeted too much, they do an amazing amount of damage. But what they don't do is you haven't got the armour for a really good stand-up fight against any sort of mass ships. So yeah, that's the Lyon, but still taking advantage of the plus 300% XP to try and grind a little bit faster towards the Gascogne. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching that. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time.